Have you ever walked away from someone and felt like your entire soul had been drained? Like you entered a room with light in your heart, but left carrying their darkness instead? Yeah, we've all met them. The constant complainers, the manipulators, the critics, the ones who find a problem for every solution. So here's the question. How do you protect your peace in a world full of negative people without losing your humanity? Before we dive in, I want to tell you something that might just change the way you handle every toxic person in your life. If you've ever been emotionally manipulated, if you've felt your confidence erode after spending time with someone, if you've stayed quiet just to avoid another argument, then this video is for you. We're going to explore Stoicism, not as a dry philosophy, but as a life-saving strategy, one that ancient warriors, emperors, and sages used to preserve their peace, and one you can use right now starting today. So if you're ready to stop letting negativity control your emotions, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and watch it till the end. Because the truth we're about to uncover won't just change how you deal with negative people. It could change your love life, your confidence, and the power you bring into every relationship. Number 1, the day I brought a storm home. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was dating someone who I now realize was incredibly toxic. At first, it felt passionate, intense even. But over time, every conversation turned into criticism. Every silence became an accusation. And every effort I made to bring peace only fueled more chaos. One evening, I remember sitting in my car, hands gripping the wheel after another fight. She had blamed me for not reading her mind, for not reacting the right way, for not loving her the way she expected. I wasn't angry. I wasn't even sad. I felt numb, like I had lost myself in her emotional weather. And that's when a thought crossed my mind, one that changed everything. Why am I letting someone else's storm become my climate? That night I searched for answers, not in therapy forums or breakup blogs, but in philosophy. And that's where I met Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled over wars, plagues, and betrayal, yet kept a calm soul. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." It hit me hard, because I had done the opposite my entire life, trying to change people, explain myself, seek approval, argue my side. But Stoicism whispered something different. Stop reacting, start reclaiming. Number 2, the Stoic shield, why reactivity is your enemy. Let's break this down. Negative people thrive on reactions. The more you defend yourself, the more they push. The more you argue, the more they twist your words. And the more you care about their opinion, the more control they gain over you. Epictetus, another Stoic sage, said it simply, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Stoicism doesn't ask you to tolerate abuse. It teaches you something more powerful: emotional detachment with inner clarity. You don't have to absorb their poison. You can observe it instead. Let me give you a practical strategy right here. The next time someone throws shade at you, instead of snapping back or shutting down, say this silently in your mind. This is their perception, not my truth. Repeat it like a mantra. Because when you realize that their opinion is not a reflection of your worth, but of their own wounds, you gain power. Not over them, but over yourself. And that's the only power that ever matters. Number 3, the sacred space between trigger and response. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment and regretted it later? Of course you have. We all have. Because between stimulus and response there is a space, and in that space lies your freedom. That space, that pause, it's the heart of Stoicism. Seneca, a brilliant Stoic thinker, once wrote, "Anger is a temporary madness. Control it or it will control you." He wasn't just talking about rage. He was talking about every emotional hijack: jealousy, hurt, guilt, shame. Negative people are experts at dragging you into their chaos. But you don't have to attend every emotional argument you're invited to. Here's what I started doing, and I promise it works. Before reacting, I breathe in, wholly, and ask myself, is this person worthy of disturbing my inner peace? And 9 out of 10 times the answer is no. It's not silence out of weakness. It's stillness out of strength. The more you practice this pause, the stronger your emotional muscles become. And guess what happens next? Toxic people start losing interest, because what they crave is your energy, and you've stopped feeding the fire. Number 4, compassion without absorption. Now here's where it gets deeper. Some of the negative people in your life aren't strangers. They're your partner, your parent, your friend of 10 years. You can't just walk away, you care. But caring doesn't mean carrying. Let me say that again. Caring doesn't mean carrying. Stoicism teaches us to separate the person from the pain, because behind every manipulator is a wounded child. Behind every critic is someone who was never accepted. Behind every energy vampire is a soul starving for validation. But that doesn't mean you become their savior. You are not their emotional landfill. You can love them. You can listen. You can even offer help, but you are not obligated to be destroyed in the process. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, choose not to be harmed and you won't be. That doesn't mean pretending it doesn't hurt. It means owning the pain without becoming it. It means offering compassion with boundaries. Think of yourself like a lighthouse. You shine. You guide. But you don't jump into every sinking ship. Number 5. The art of walking away with dignity. Here's the hardest truth of all. Sometimes the most stoic act of all is to walk away. Not in rage, not in revenge, but in peace. I remember the day I finally ended that toxic relationship. There were no dramatic words, no shouting, just a quiet realization. My peace is more important than their approval. And that was it. You see, Stoicism isn't about building walls. It's about building inner foundations so strong that you don't need to convince anyone to treat you better. You simply walk and let your absence speak. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." The process is mutual. If a relationship doesn't make you better or allow you to be your best, then it is not a relationship, it's a cage. And no philosophy worth practicing wants you to stay imprisoned in guilt, fear, or obligation. Number 6, peace is not a place, it's a practice. So let's recap. Negative people will always exist. Your reaction is your responsibility. Stoicism gives you the tools: pause, perspective, purpose. You don't absorb, you observe. You don't argue, you anchor. You don't escape, you elevate. Peace is not something you find on a beach retreat. It's not a weekend break from drama. It's a daily decision to return to yourself, to choose thoughts that serve you, to stop outsourcing your joy to people who don't even know what joy is. It's hard. It takes time. But every moment you choose calm over chaos, you become stronger, not just emotionally, but spiritually. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, breathe. Remember who you are. And remember what Marcus Aurelius said: the best revenge is to be unlike the one who did you harm. That is the Stoic way. If this video brought you clarity, strength, or even just one moment of calm, subscribe to this channel right now. Like the video so it can reach someone else who needs it. Share it with someone you know is dealing with a toxic person. And remember, you are not here to fix everyone. You are here to protect your light. Let it shine. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.